Good evening. Welcome to Current Affairs. The latest news is that under this voluntary disclosure scheme, so many people have disclosed their black money and they paid the penalty, and rest of the money has been converted to the white money. And one of the clauses in this is that from where the person has got the black money, how he got, clear, no questions will be asked. But from now onwards, he or she is expected to be verified. So under this particular scheme, according to the latest news, a person from Telugu states, meaning Andhra Pradesh and Telangana, so to which place he belongs to, we don't know. Right? The latest news is that a person has disclosed 10,000 crores. 10,000 crores, which is a very, very huge one. And Telugu Desam party, which is there in power in Andhra Pradesh, the leaders of Telugu Desam party are demanding the central government to disclose the name of the person who this disclosed 10,000 crores. So that's really a very, very huge amount. But the rules say very clearly that the name of the person will not be disclosed under any circumstances. So like this, so many people have got black money, and it is better for them to convert that to white money, right? But otherwise the penalty will be very, very huge and they'll be penalized. So, and apart from this, I would like to talk to you with respect to Rajya Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the upper house and otherwise called Council of States. So that is headed by a chairman. And the Vice President of India is the ex officio chairman of Rajya Sabha. And a 22 members group in Rajya Sabha who belong to various political parties, small group, and few independent members. So they have come together and requested, and they submitted a petition to the chairman of Rajya Sabha to recognize this particular group as a separate block. And that group has been recognized as united group by the so-called the chairman of Rajya Sabha. But what are the advantages with this? Can it be recognized? It's not the first time in India. First time it happened in the year 1983, followed by again in the year 1990, and this is the third time that the chairman has recognized such group. Why so? Clear, there's no compulsion that a group has to be recognized. But the advantage with this is that every member in the Lok Sabha, every member in the Rajya Sabha should be given permission to speak. Obviously, every member can speak. But how long a person can speak depending on the numerical strength of the political party. That all depends on the numerical strength of the political party. The more is the number, more time will be allocated. Less is the number, less time will be allocated. And that's the reason why for smaller parties, just 3 minutes time will be given. Just 3 minutes time will be given. And what do they convey? What do they express? That is the reason why. So generally, the smaller political parties, meaning the political parties with a very, very low numerical strength in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha, so they are always dissatisfied because they are not being given enough time for expressing themselves. So one mechanism is that you can increase the strength. How? Right. So right, as a single political party, your numerical strength may be very less. Then look at other political parties where the numerical strength is less. Also combine the so-called the independents. Let you come together and request the chair, and the chair may recognize that particular group as a so-called a separate block. And if once it is recognized as a separate block, then obviously that group put together will be given more time. And recently 22 members have been recognized in this particular manner. Look at this. If you look at Rajya Sabha, the highest numerical strength is there for Congress, followed by BJP, and followed by this new group. Meaning is simple, after Congress, BJP, right, and this party number 3, this group number 3 is there. This is the third largest numerical strength. So obviously they will be given more time now. Clear? So these are the important developments that will take place. So with respect to that, I have some information and I'll share that information with you. You may please have a look at this. Look at this. Rajya Sabha chairman has recognized a group of 22 members of the parliament belonging to smaller parties and certain independents as a consolidated bloc. This is called United Group. And the United Group will be the third largest group of members of the parliament in the Rajya Sabha, first being the Congress and followed by BJP, and now at number 3 place you have United Group. So this is the only third time in the history of Indian Parliament where consolidated bloc has been recognized. It happened for the first time in the year 1983 and immediately followed by in the year 1990. Clear, 1983 first time, later 1990, and third time now this year, right? In October 2016. Advantages. The new block will find a place in the Business Advisory Committee that decides the time allotment. See, here I would like to say something with respect to the Business Advisory Committee. In the Parliament, there are two Business Advisory Committees, one for Lok Sabha and second one for Rajya Sabha. And the chairman of Business Advisory Committee in the Lok Sabha is the speaker, and with respect to Rajya Sabha, it is a Rajya Sabha chairman. Am I clear? So this is a very, very important body. In fact, everything, majority of the things are decided by the Business Advisory Committee, headed by speaker in the Lok Sabha, headed by chairman in the Rajya Sabha. Clear, including time allotment, right? Sometimes, I was telling you in, Indian polity classes, starred questions, unstarred questions, who should be given permission, who should not be given permission, right? So how to ask a member to come through a particular procedures, clear, when to accept the no adjournment motion, adjournment motion. So when to accept the no confidence motion in the so-called the Lok Sabha. Like this, various things are decided by the Business Advisory Committees. Kindly remember, there are two. One is headed by speaker in the Lok Sabha and the other one is headed by chairman in the Rajya Sabha. Am I clear? And now, so this particular group will find a place in the so-called Business Advisory Committee of Rajya Sabha. Am I clear? At present, time allotted to parties to speak on debates depends entirely on the strength, their numerical strength. Earlier, due to their solitary or numerically lean status, members of this bloc had a little as 3 minutes of speech time, just 3 minutes. Thus, a grouping of this kind will make it possible for a party like Sikkim Democratic Front with a single member of parliament to speak for as much time. Am I clear? Now, so this is one thing. Next, I would like to discuss, speak on some serious issue. This is related to Sowmya. Sowmya is a young girl, 23 years of age, working in a shopping mall in Kerala. In 2011, she was traveling in a train, a ladies' compartment. Unfortunately, on that particular day, she was all alone in the compartment. So during that time, a person by name Govinda Swami, who is considered to be a repeated offender, entered into that particular compartment. And he forced upon Sowmya. When she resisted, he pulled her hair and she was forcefully beaten to the walls of the compartment for 4 to 5 times on the head. Look at the brutality of this particular person. And when she fell unconscious, she was raped by this brutal person. And after that, it seems she was thrown out of this running range. And later, she was admitted to the hospital and she died. So when the case has been taken to the trial court found him guilty of both rape and murder. That's the reason why he was given death sentence. When the decision was challenged in the court of law in the Kerala High Court upheld. Kerala High Court said that yes, he is guilty of both rape and murder, and the death sentence was upheld. But recently, when it has been challenged in the Supreme Court has commuted the death sentence. According to Supreme Court, he was found guilty of rape. There is no doubt because the evidences are there. But when it comes to killing, death of this particular girl, Sowmya, court said that the intention was not to kill her. And this particular person's death sentence has been reduced to imprisonment. So this is a very, very serious matter, in fact, and different people will react in a different manners. But those type of persons must be punished very, very severely, and nobody will say no for this. So when it comes to Markandeya Katju, he is a retired judge of the Supreme Court and very frequently in the news because of his various statements. And after the judgment of the Supreme Court, Katju criticized the judgment, and he found very serious errors in this particular judgment. How come the court say that there is no evidence for attacking her and he tried to kill her? And he used a word that is called hearsay. It seems that when she was pushed out of the train, or when she jumped out of the train, whatever this one, it seemed that a particular person from the other compartment has seen Sowmya jumping from the train. But what is the truth? We don't know. That is the reason why Katju commented that how come the Supreme Court will give the judgment on hearsay? What do you mean by hearsay? Hearing from somebody, right? We did not say, you did not see that. Hearing from somebody and saying as if you have seen that one. That is called hearsay, and that is called hearsay evidence. And for hearsay evidence, according to Katju, so that should not be considered as an evidence. And his comments have been taken very seriously by the Supreme Court bench. And Markandeya Katju has been summoned to the Supreme Court. Why did you comment like that? What is wrong in our judgments? So for the first time, it happened in the history of India. But India lost a girl. India lost one of its daughters. So there should be an end to these brutal activities. And going away from this from serious event, right, sidetracking, and it is leading to so many other issues. But the main issue is that assault against women, how it should be stopped. So we need to wait and watch. It is going to happen in the month of November, that is next month. Markandeya Katju, whether he is going to appear, he has to, right, in the Supreme Court, and what arguments will take place in the open court. So we need to wait for this. But whatever the incident happened, that was so unfortunate, and India lost one daughter. Let me open the document and look at this. Supreme Court summoned Markandeya Katju. Katju, he's a retired judge of the Supreme Court, and after retirement, he also served as the chairman of Press Council of India, PCI. He served as the chairman of Press Council of India. Please make a note of this. I gave you in the form of a note. The present chairman of PCI is Chandramouli Kumar Prasad. The Apex Court on October 17th, 2016, that is today, took judicial notice of a personal blog of a former retired judge. that criticized its judgment and challenged him to come in person to the court and debate who is right in law. Either it's you or the Supreme Court. Come, let's decide, let's debate. A three-judge bench sumoto cognizance of a blog written by former Supreme Court Judge Justice Markandeya Katju criticizing the bench's judgment in Sowmya's rape and murder case, calling the verdict a grave error. The bench wanted him to come personally and debate in open court as why he thought the judgment was fundamentally flawed. The bench had commuted the death penalty of Govindaswamy or Govindachamy, in fact, the sole convict for murder of the victim, citing lack of evidence. Right? So there was evidence for rape, but there is no evidence for, this killing her. Justice Katju, in a blog post on September 17, had castigated the bench for believing hearsay evidence that Sowmya jumped off the train instead of being pushed out by Govindaswamy. Right? So this is a new kind of case here. Former judge has been summoned by the Supreme Court bench. So we need to wait and watch. So with respect to this debate, and former Supreme Court judge will be presenting himself in front of the present judges of the Supreme Court. This is first of its kind in the history of India. So we need to wait. And once again, we pay tributes to Sowmya. May her soul rest in peace. Thank you so much for being with me this evening, and see you tomorrow.